Now we are going to discuss about functions. So yesterday we are discussed about stored procedures. Function is also kind of a block which we can write a block of code. An example already we saw some existing functions like for example get date, something like that. So these are the existing functions. So to get the current date like that. So the same way we are going to write a function which will take maybe zero or more parameters it may take it, but it should return a value. Function should return a value, and function can be written multiple ways. One is like a scalar function. The function, if it returns a single value, is called a scalar function. Like this function is called a scalar function. It is returning a single value. If function is returning table result, then it is called a table valued function. So I think even in the existing functions also we can see it. So if you can see it, there are an existing programmability. You can see it, functions. So the table valued functions, scalar functions. Likewise, we can also create our own type of functions. So in functions, we do have a different type of things we can explain here. The comparison between the function and stored procedure also we can discuss at the end of this. If you can say the function, mainly we are going to create a function name. So this function is taking a single parameter. Some of the functions it doesn't even take a parameter as well, but it should return a value. So currently this function is returning a money, meaning it is returning a single value. So it is called a scalar function. So we are going to write a function like this. So as begin, and so within this we are going to write our own code. So we are going to return statement. Function should have a return statement. So this is the return statement. So we are going to write it. So I'm going to execute this. So I executed. The name already exists. So we can do it like this. If you want to already the name is exist. If you want to do an alter, we can do an alter function so that the function will be altered. So like this. So if you want to execute the same function, we are going to write call function using select get salary get tsal underscore new. One second, let me take this. And here we are going to send an employee number 101, and we are going to execute this. So the new is recognized a built-in function name. So because previously we are using without DBO, the DBO is like a schema. This is a default schema. So we haven't given any schema. So that's why it is taking as a DBO is a schema. So if you provide a DBO and the respective function name, if we call it, it will be executed. So if you want, you can change the parameters. So based on the parameter, the respective value will be updated. So this is called a scalar function. Yeah. So this is the function which it is called a inline table valued function. So we are going to return in this function as a table result. Previous function we are returning as a single scalar value, but in this function we are going to return a department values based on the department number which we are giving it, along with an employee's details also. I have created a function here. So within this I am going to execute that function. So if I want to execute that function the same way however we did it for the previous one, select, but here we are going to return as a table result. So we are going to write it as an like this, and we are going to pass it as a department number. 10 is there, 20 is there, so I'm going to pass the department number as 10. So we are going to get the result as 10 department related employees and their salary, department number, department name, location details. We are going to return it. So yeah, that's it about in this. Yeah, so far we discussed inline function and inline table valued function. Two functions we discussed. So the table valued function is nothing but like we are going to return a dynamic table which is returning it. That's why we did not even given any table parameters here. Just a table is the type is given, but we haven't specified what are the parameters we haven't specified here. But in case of multi statement table valued function, multi statement. So we are going to discuss about multi-statement table valued function. So multi-statement in the function name itself includes so multiple statements we are going to write within the function, and here we are only deciding what is the table we are going to return, what is the table inside, types like integer, what are the table like the parameters we are going to define it by our own. That is called a multi-line table valued functions. I'm going to give an example here. So in this function, we are going to create a function get emp data, emp number we are passing as an input, returns my table. I am creating my own table. I am returning it. Table of total salary, annual salary. I am just returning it. That's it. So as I begin, declare a salary. These are all declarations. I have done this. After that, select salary from where employee number. Whatever the employee number, that employee number related salary and commission. I am going to take it here, and after that I'm doing some calculation. So total salary is equal to salary plus some commission calculation, and annual salary plus some commission calculation into 12% I'm doing it. So after doing all these things, I'm trying to insert that values into the new table which the temp table I created it. So I'm going to add into this table and I'm going to return this. So automatically once I execute this function, it returns a table which is related to created by me. So here
Oh,
select star from. So since this is a table valued function, we are going to use a select star from. And here I am going to pass it as an employee number here. So here the respect to table whatever I created, total salary, annual salary is responded in response.